Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Thursday, November 5th, 2020. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. First, I want to say thank you all very much for joining me for the PivotBoss monthly market outlook yesterday afternoon. We covered a ton of topics in just about 67 minutes, and the link to that video is below if you want to rewatch that outlook. We did talk a lot of the big stocks you like, including Apple, Tesla, and others, and we also talked seasonality and talked long-term market direction for many symbols, including the broader futures market. All right, let's take a look here at the ES. Number one, I do want to mention also that today is the FOMC statement and the Fed interest rate decision. We're going to get ourselves another FOMC key level today at 1 o'clock p.m. Central, 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern. The last time we got one here was September 16th. You can see initially that one went offered. Once we rejected, we snapped back to that level, took it bid, rejected, snapped back, and so on and so forth here. So we're going to get ourselves another FOMC key level today somewhere in this bar. And from there, it's going to give us another important pivot to watch. It'll be our highest FOMC key level unless something significant happens here between now and then. And if, again, something similar to this one occurs, we may see price go offered and maybe snap to it. Or perhaps it'll be like July, where price went bid and then snapped back to it. So again, we're going to have ourselves a key level to work off of moving forward. All right, let's take a look here at the ES. You'll notice here that the rejection at the previous month's low here was significant. It broke above our 33.83 level. We mentioned before, if it can get above 33.83, it opens up the upper half of last month's range, and we are very close to reaching the upper target there at 35.41. We may still see a move into that target, but we have seen after this strong high a lower high develop again with another big strong extreme reversal. We could see something similar here where we see a big strong day here today, and then perhaps a extreme reversal develops in the next session, which leads to a turnaround. So again, we will have that FOMC key level to watch out for, but anywhere in this zone here could be an opportunity to watch for rejection for a return back toward 3400 and perhaps a move back across the range. So continue to watch for a bit more strength here, but as we come into this upper end of the range, we will be watching for signs of rejection. All right, take a look here at the NQ. The NQ, very similar price action here, very bullish. Price pushed through the previous month's midpoint here, and that was significant as it opened up more upside here, the upper half of last month's range. Again, very similar to the ES, we're coming into an upper end here that has seen some rejection already in the last couple of months. So if we come into this zone and start to see rejection anywhere above 12K, we could be looking at a rotation back toward 11.5 and perhaps across the range into 11K. So right now we are seeing early strength here, but the market really hasn't been able to find lasting strength above 12K. It has been rejected each and every time above that zone so far. So again, doesn't mean it has to be rejected, but we will definitely be watching for signs of a rotation that could bring us back down inside the range. All right, let's take a look here at crude oil. Crude oil is down about 0.6%, but it is inside day to the previous day and is also still holding at highs after the significant rejection that occurred at the 35 CLVN and at the previous month's low. Again, that major rejection right there was an indication that we would come back toward 38.41 and also rally into the $40 level. So we still have a little bit more upside to get to 40. Once we get to 40, again, this market has not been able to find acceptance above 41.50 and especially above 42. Right now, 40 looks like a very good target to reach here still over the next 1 to 3 days. Lastly, taking a look at gold futures. Now this one is showing quite a bit of strength. We talked about this yesterday in the pre-market report. We also talked about this in the monthly outlook. This failed new low right here after a series of months of downtrending price action here could be the early indication that we are about to see a significant breakout. And right now we're already seeing a stop run day to the upside, and we are now testing prices near the 1930 level. And again, if price can start pushing through 1940 especially 1950, it really opens up some upside ahead. If this is going to be the breakout here, or the initial breakout, it could trigger a move into the end of the month and likely into the end of the year. This move could also be a 3-month rally here where this thing continues sharply higher, not only into the key range high of 2089, but we have some long-term targets above that take us as high as 2300 over the course of the next perhaps 2 to 3 months. So again, if this is the early breakout sign here, it could trigger some significant movement over the next 1 to 3 months, but it needs to get above 1940 very soon. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.